Can you do the splits or bend backward? We've all seen stunt performers pull off unbelievable moves, like their bones are made of rubber. So just how far can the human body actually bend? Let's try a quick little experiment to test your flexibility. Grab your thumb and, without hurting yourself, see if you can bring it close to your forearm, any way you like. If you can touch it, that means not only are your fingers flexible, but all your joints are naturally supple. That's because flexibility comes from muscles and ligaments, but the limit depends on the ligaments, and they can't really be stretched longer through training. In fact, about 10 to 25% of people are born with unusually loose ligaments. This is called joint hypermobility syndrome. People with it can easily touch their thumb to their arm or bend their fingers into incredible shapes. But the downside is loose ligaments make joints unstable. They're also more likely to suffer dislocations and osteoarthritis. At this point, you might be thinking, good thing I never exercise. Zero flexibility means super healthy joints. That's not true either. When muscles are too stiff, they limit joint movement. So when you walk or run, your knees take extra strain and they can get injured just as easily. Fortunately, here's a like button. Pressing it for a stretch can help improve your flexibility. When you press it, you're using a hinge joint, which moves in one direction only. The human body has 4 other joint types with similarly restricted ranges of motion. But ball and socket joints are far more flexible, letting you flex, extend, swing side to side, or even rotate. Naturally, they require the most muscle control. Intervertebral joints give limited flexibility, but provide the strongest stability and load-bearing capacity. So, what's the max a human body can bend? Let's break it down from head to toe. The skull and spine connect at the atlanto-occipital joint, which allows the head to tilt back about 10 degrees. The 7 cervical vertebrae below form the neck, the spine's most flexible segment, capable of 70 degrees of backward flexion. The subsequent 12 thoracic vertebrae, though longer, are constrained by the ribs to approximately 80 degrees of flexion. The 5 lumbar vertebrae can bend backward, but the acute curvature limits this to a maximum of about 65 degrees. Although the hip joint is flexible, the shape of the pelvis restricts backward elevation to a maximum of 20 degrees. Our knee joints can bend up to 140 degrees, while the ankle joints in the feet can flex and extend up to 55 degrees. Therefore, in total, a person can bend backward by approximately 440 degrees. What about bending forward? The entire head and neck region can flex up to 80 degrees. The thoracic and lumbar spine can bend up to 135 degrees. The hip joint can flex forward 160 degrees. The knee joint can extend backward 10 degrees. The ankle joint can dorsiflex approximately 25 degrees. This means a person can bend forward a total of 410 degrees. However, whether bending forward or backward, these angles should not be attempted by the average person. Once cartilage is damaged, it's almost impossible to repair. Since cartilage lacks blood vessels and nerves, it relies solely on diffusion to absorb nutrients from synovial fluid. The repair efficiency is predictably low. Therefore, it's crucial to protect cartilage health at all times and avoid high-risk movements that cause direct damage. Fortunately, here's a subscribe button and a comment spot too. Give a little flexibility to your fingers and share your stretch.